If you've been a fan of his channel for a while, you know one of my most favorite mangaka is Ken Akumasu, the creator of such famous works such as Love Hina, Nagima, and Nagima, and the succession to it, UQ Holder. He has been known as the godfather of harem creation, and to the point where he becomes such a big name, to the point where he has become an advisor with the government itself to tell them in the direction they should go when it comes to entertainment in Japan. Mainly the otaku stuff, mainly. So that's what always angers me, that how they never gave this guy a proper anime adaptation for his work. Is a criminally shame. But I'm not here about that. I'm here on a more important matter. It's to do with censorship, a giant change within media. And it's starting to grow. You can clearly see it here in America. Ever since these riots and protesters, it has come a serious change in it, where they're blocking things, changing things, taking down videos, and trying to get rid of books. And they're using the Black Lives Matter movement as an excuse to get rid of it. As usual, we're being used as some way to for their motives, as usual. I'm not surprised though. But yet they're the good guys for some reason. Anyways, I'm only here to talk about anime, but it's going on in other medias, as you can clearly see. How they're taking something, an original IP, and they change it for the worse. And it's the point where you can see they don't even care if the IP itself crashes and burns. Because to them, it's not about the fans. It's not even about making money. As long as they get their agenda out there, that's all they care about. And it's such a sad state. Think about it. America and Japan were once enemies. Japan fought alongside with the Nazis, and we beat them. But at the end of the day, we ended up becoming good friends, good neighbors, despite everything that's happened. They have picked up on our culture, and we have picked up on theirs. Because of that, they have produced amazing things. And of course, anime, manga, and video games have become one of them. And we love them for it. You know? Look how big anime and manga has become. But anime and manga has become big not just because how great it's become, but also for the downgrade of entertainment in here. First, it started as the lack of creativity within America. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of great creators here in America. A lot of people with good ideas, but however, they're never supported by the mainstream. But instead, the mainstream only cares about is taking an original idea and completely changing it, flipping off the original fan base that supports it. And they forget, yes, you change something. For instance, Star Wars. Star Wars, before the sequel trilogies, Star Wars hasn't done anything truly new in years. But despite that, people will still buy comic books, t-shirts, toys, figurines, all kinds of accessories for Star Wars. Despite not any movies coming out for years, because of the dedication of the core demographic. But then they came out the sequel trilogies. Force Awakens was okay, but I still liked it. I was glad to see another black Jedi, and I thought he was going to go places. Last Jedi proved me wrong. I was disappointed. Despite the fact that they bragged about their sales numbers only because of the success of the first movie, bring in more people, but after that, things went downhill. Sure, the movie was a success, but what about the accessories? It's like a music artist. The music is not what really makes them their money. It's the sponsorships and the buying of products of the fans. It's what truly makes their money. So despite the success of the Star Wars movie, they didn't make much when it comes to sales of other things because they abandoned their core demographic. And that's what they failed to realize. That you gotta think of a long-term ahead plan if you want to make a successful series, but they don't do that. And because of that, things just go downhill from there. I can't stand it. Now, as you know, The Last of Us 2 came out. The gameplay was good, visuals were good, everything was good about it but the story. And you didn't really care about the characters. And I remember I made a tweet and where people were complaining, oh, well, everyone hates The Last of Us 2 because they're homophobes. That's not the reason why. Everyone's been shouting to their lungs. The reason why they don't like Last of Us 2 is because it's a terrible story. I made a reply to that saying that Nier Automata did the same thing as Last of Us 2 did, where it's a story about revenge towards the middle and end, with 9S seeking revenge against A2 for killing 2B. You also play as A2, and you see things through her perspective and see what kind of character she is. And at the end of the day, they fight each other with one of the greatest, most philosophical video games ever to be created. Jim Sterling said it himself that it would be a crime if history would forget about this game. And it would be, with such beautiful music, amazing gameplay, and such philosophical reasonings. It was astonishing. Del Taro is a freaking genius. But as you can clearly see, a wave of mass censorship is going on. Localization is what they use as a disguise when they change out things, change lyrics, take things out. It really is stupid in my opinion, and I can't stand it. Now, Ken Akumasu and a bunch of other mangaka and other game designers are coming out on Twitter saying how they're afraid how America is getting a stronger hold on the entertainment business. Not just in America, but they're trying to do it in Japan too, where sooner or later they feel like their freedom of expression is going to be destroyed. We did things the wrong way, I believe. When things start getting hit in the fan where that certain group took over our media, instead of going to the government and talking to it about it so our freedoms would be protected, instead people decided to do their own thing. Even Vince Skyver did Cyberfrog. He's making over 6 figures with it. But he's successful. Good. Everyone became successful for showing the proven of the free market is best. However, for everyone else, they all fell down. Not everyone can be so successful. Because of that, the mainstream of comics and video games and cartoons start to fall, and other shows as well. Doctor Who, Star Trek, they started to fall. All because we couldn't protect our own freedoms. We went things our own way, which probably is good, but it has bad sides. But in Japan, they decided, nope, we're going to protect what we have right now. What we have right now, our studios, our industries. And thanks to a man like Ken Akamatsu and other mangaka and other creators out there in Japan. So that's why you can talk to these people actually. They have Twitter accounts. So if you're a fan of any artist or creator, support them. But only that, give them a warning. Give them a warning that people will come for you. They'll come for you, trying to make you apologize, make you think that you've done something bad, but you didn't. And they'll make you want to change something within your own work. They will want you to submit, despite they're saying that they want to keep culture appreciation. It's only a disguise, as a shield. So if anyone attacks them, in reality, they want total control over the media, the entertainment industry. That's what it truly is. So, in Japan is fighting back. They don't want to become what America has become. Imagine America with that cool kid, that cool guy you see who was different from all the other countries, who stand up for his own freedom of expression and free speech. And you looked up to him, Japan. Japan was like, you know what? I'm going to be just like you. Years and decades have passed. Japan has become like that even more. In fact, you can get away with more creativity in Japan than you can here in America now. So after years, Japan goes to see its mentor, it's the person they looked up to, and they see this new kind of person that they don't like. Like, what happened to you? What have you become? You're not like you used to be anymore. You're not the cool guy no more. You become the very thing you once stood against. What happened to you? And that's what I feel like is happening right now. America isn't trying to become what it used to be, where you have more freedom of creativity and expression, but you don't anymore. Because if you do, and you think another kind of way, they'll immediately find a way to censorship you and block you and cancel you any way they can to take you down. And it does concern me. So, just spread the word. Tell your favorite mangaka or artist and creator on Twitter that you will support them. That's why I feel like when Mushoku Tensei comes out, that it itself will be in danger. It has some controversial stuff in it, I'm not gonna lie, but I like it for that. So that's why when the time comes, I will support him, the creator, and I'll tell them no matter what happens, don't apologize. Don't even respond to these people. They'll claim to be fans, but they're not. Continue doing what you do and don't let no one else stray you from your ideals. That's a message to everyone out there. So after that, I'm going to end this video. And I hope you guys learned something from it. And I hope you guys have a good day, because it's the 1st of July. Can't wait for the July 4th. And I'm also seeing how they're going to try to change that as well. So anyways, I'm the heck out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Madcrown on anime. Signing out.